In the shadowy corners of the digital world, where code is law and wealth is absolute power, a plan was taking shape. It was a plan so audacious, so revolutionary, it threatened to fracture the very foundations of global society. This is the story of the Final Divergence. It all began with whispers, fragments of encrypted data intercepted by chance. Whispers of a project so secret it existed only in the most secure servers and the most trusted circles of the ultra-rich. The project's name was Chimera, a fitting title for a creature of myth and ambition. Its architect was Alastair Finch, a reclusive tech billionaire whose intellect was matched only by his disdain for the old world's constraints. Finch envisioned a new Genesis, a digital promised land for the global elite, a place free from the burdens of borders, regulations, and, most importantly, taxes. He called it Unplugged. Our story's other protagonist is Jian, an investigative journalist with an unyielding hunger for the truth. While others dismissed the rumors as conspiracy, Jian saw a pattern, a series of massive, coordinated capital flights from G20 nations, all disappearing into a black hole of offshore accounts and newly formed shell corporations. Her digital breadcrumbs led her down a rabbit hole of encrypted ledgers and ghost companies, each one a thread in a tapestry of immense scale. Every path she took, every firewall she bypassed, led back to one name, Alastair Finch. She realized this wasn't just tax evasion. It was an exodus. Jian's investigation intensified. She discovered that Project Chimera was more than just a financial scheme. It was the construction of a new nation. Finch's engineers were building a sovereign digital state on a revolutionary blockchain protocol. This wasn't just about hiding money. It was about creating a new reality, a self-sustaining ecosystem with its own laws, its own economy, and its own citizens. The price of admission: a minimum net worth of $10 billion and an unwavering loyalty to Finch's vision. Unplugged was designed to be impervious, a fortress of code that no government on Earth could breach. Then, the day came. On a secure private network accessible only to his chosen few, Alastair Finch appeared. He stood not as a CEO, but as a founding father. His voice, calm and resolute, echoed through the encrypted channels. For too long, he declared, we, the creators, the innovators, the engines of progress, have been shackled. We have been treated not as benefactors, but as resources to be plundered by wasteful, inefficient states. Today, that ends. Today, we declare our independence. Welcome to Unplugged. He detailed the new nation's architecture, a governance model based on weighted voting, where influence was directly proportional to one's stake in the network. A currency, the Ethel, backed by a diversified portfolio of the world's most valuable assets. A society where every transaction was recorded on an immutable ledger, yet every identity was shielded by unbreakable cryptography. It was a libertarian utopia for the 1%, a seamless, frictionless world where capital was king. For his audience, it was the fulfillment of a long-held dream. For the rest of the world, it was a declaration of war. The public launch of Unplugged was not an announcement. It was an earthquake. In a single coordinated move, trillions of dollars vanished from the global financial system. The world's stock markets went into a freefall not seen since the Great Depression. The wealthiest citizens of every major country didn't just move their money, they digitally emigrated. They renounced their terrestrial citizenship and pledged allegiance to Unplugged. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. Governments watched in horror as their tax bases evaporated overnight. The social contracts that had held nations together for centuries were rendered null and void. Public funding for healthcare, education, infrastructure, IoT, comprised pension funds became worthless. Currencies hyperinflated. The intricate web of the global economy, already strained, simply tore apart. Riots erupted in cities across the globe as citizens realized they had been abandoned. The world order didn't just shift, it shattered. From her small apartment, surrounded by screens displaying a world in chaos, Jian watched the dawn of this new era. She had uncovered the plot, but she had been too late to stop it. The world was now fractured into two distinct, irreconcilable realities. Outside her window was the old world, a world of crumbling nation-states, struggling to maintain order amidst economic ruin. And in the digital ether, a new world was flourishing. Unplugged, the opulent, self-contained digital nation. A shining city on a virtual hill. its citizens enjoying a life of unimaginable luxury, completely insulated from the chaos they had created. Alistair Finch had not just seceded from the tax system, he had seceded from shared reality itself. He had achieved the final divergence. As society grappled with this new paradigm, Jian began to write. She was no longer just a journalist. She was now a historian, the first chronicler of a divided world, documenting the genesis of a digital aristocracy and the fall of the world they left behind. Her work would serve as a testament, a warning, and a history of how the world was broken, not by a bomb, but by a line of code. Thank you for watching. If stories that explore the intersection of technology, finance, and power fascinate you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.